What's Daddy saying? Is he okay?
Yeah, we're going tomorrow afternoon, evening. The
I
same
did it
question.
again. Uh, Willie has his patient next door to him. His daddy he takes care of, and I have mine next door over here. So you just never know what you're gonna hear in the background.
Well, yours is nicer.
Well, I don't know about that. He is nice. He's nice, but
Very
he is
nice.
he is known to moan and groan and makes very unusual sounds in his sleep. Yes, bib necklaces are hot now, and everything's hot now. You know what I mean? Huh.
It's
Anyway,
century wasted.
look at that. I feel so special when Jamie comes
Mid
in.
century wasted will always hold a special place in my memory because she got you in there with Mary Beth fighting over that.
She did.
What do you call that? Like
I
a
don't even know what you called it. It was like mid-century modern wooden cups and the salt and peppers and the.
yeah.
I got the whole thing. I won. I'd like
I
to point
think
out.
that that might have been the most expensive thing that sold that night.
Yeah, that sounds like me and Cleopatra. See, me and Cleopatra, we go for the big bucks. So not true. So, so yeah, next week, yes, it was a good bidding war,
Yes,
wasn't
it
it?
was.
I'd
And
like
then
to have.
Vintage and Vinyl and Dusty Moose fought over that pink bunny. That was just a good night.
Yeah, listen, I love it when that happens, but it doesn't happen here a lot. But one day, one day when I grow up, I might have some fights on here. You never know.
Emmalene gives a smackdown.
I get like, please buy it. It's only $4. Please buy it. It don't matter. But the bidding war kind of it's like you get carried away. You know,
Oh gosh, I've done it many times.
you do. I'm trying to be good. See back there on the door. Do you see my Germany shirt?
In
I,
Germany.
Misty says that's all I say anymore is Germany. So it's a new drinking game. You can drink whatever you want, but every time I say Germany, you get a sip. Hmm. I like that game. So next week, jewelry. I said that, but July, all of July is going to be Christmas.
Mm.
Christmas in
But you don't even have
July.
any Christmas, do you?
Yo, none.
I don't
None,
either.
none. But I have a closet full of it. And, I keep adding to it. There's a box, two up there, you know. But I figured why not? Because, see, Germany is happening in December. So I'm not going to be able to really, really focus on Christmas
Good
in
thinking.
December. And I've been trying to figure out how I can do my sales from Germany. I have to get up at 2 in the morning. I might do it. It would only be the Friday night.
You just make the audience get up at 2 in the morning on this
No,
side of
I'll
the.
come at your regular time. I have to set my clock and get up. But I'm gonna make Misty Pate get up with me.
She don't sleep anyway, so that won't be a problem.
Exactly. That's what I mean. She don't sleep anyway. She may as well get up with me and hang out for a little while. It may not be the most energetic show you ever went to, but whatever.
I'm sure Karen Gillette will be awake too.
Some people don't sleep at night. And bless her heart, Heidi from Belgium, she's in our shows all the time, and she's in Belgium. So it can be done.
Sure enough.
Did y'all see Misty release the third video from Ireland?
Sure
Have you
did.
seen it? Have you seen it?
I
It's so good.
listened to it.
It's so good. You need to watch it. I'm gonna watch it again. It's so good. I feel like I'm there with the little goat herding the
Now
sheep.
the dog was cute.
The
And
dog
he
was
kept
cute.
saying,
And
"Lay
the dog
down,
on
lie
the
down."
donkey. Did you see the dog on the donkey?
Yes.
I want my dog to ride a donkey.
Bug, you
Joe,
got bins?
Joe won't ride a donkey. Dig my bins to fill some sales. Well, we got bins. But I was telling you, Buck, I didn't mean to miss it this morning for Christmas. I got a closet full of Christmas. That is right at the time I am trying to get Adam to dialysis, and I got distracted. That's all I can tell you, because I'm old. I apologize. And I would love to be a guest on your show sometime, Bug. I don't know if you had anybody. I saw you were asking. And so, yeah, I would love to pop in and be a guest on your show. I just have to, shoo Adam out. Hey, Barbara's here.
Hey, Barbara.
Yeah, I love Bug and I love Jeannie. And yes, I would love to do that. And one of these days, I'm going to go to Canada because, look, see this? It's backwards for you, but it says 1,000 places to see before you die. Look how thick it is.
Well, I saw the globe you listed with the pins in it, and I thought, are those all the places she wants to go?
Now it came like that. I'd been any of those places. They're all in the United States, though. And it hasn't sold, so it may just live with me because, I don't really like to sell my globes, but I'm going to
We'll sell
Germany.
anything to go to Germany.
I
Except the
listen.
dogs.
If Gerald, if he ain't careful, his pickup truck be gone because I gotta go to Germany. Kind of pickup truck. I've already looked up where we're going so I can exit off in my book when I get back. I got plans. This is a lot. I got a lot of things to see. A lot of it's in the United States. I may have drifted
Hey,
through.
Kimber girl.
Your picture sits right over when it says who joined, so I can't see. Hey, Kimber, I know it's you because he said it. Yeah, I can't wait. Germany. I'm a little excited about it. In fact, I need to show you. I sent Misty a picture of it, but I've been doing a little shopping, getting ready for Germany. I have
Meaning
three.
a whole new wardrobe.
I have 3 fur hats, and 3 pairs of gloves. I don't know why, but I do, and they're really cute. And the white one looks really good, but the brown one, it looks like I got a dead skunk on my head. I'm probably
Your
not gonna wear that one.
your granddaughter ain't going to be happy with that fur.
It's not real.
Okay.
Brown, the brown don't look good at all. I had a sneeze. Where's my tissue? I have tissue. Because you would think, with the heat, it would kill any allergens in the South,
Uh,
but no, pollen. We don't have snow, we have pollen. So,
Cottonwood.
everything turns a lovely shade of yellow. That's the whole deck.
Nikki Moss has been a busy girl today.
And see, Willie, you of little faith. Willie said, would nobody be here tonight?
I thought there would be a low likelihood with
See,
going
see.
on platforms.
I said, well, if there's nobody here, we'll just talk to each other. But look at that. There's 14 people here. Let me show you something I got during the birthday week. I didn't show y'all everything because it was a little embarrassing. But I got these from now you know who she is, Christine Jarvis, but she's Gray Wolf. I'm not saying it right. Anyway, here's her
Thelma
card.
Washington.
Yes, the artist. I had to dig in my trash can and find the label. Christine Gray Wolf. Thinks what it is. Oh, that's Devil's Treasure. Well, anyway, she makes these. Now, this looks like a postcard. Thank you, Bug. Young minds. Okay, she makes these, and it just looks like a postcard, but if you look at it close, it's little pieces of paper glued together to make it look like that. Isn't that crazy?
Very.
It literally looks like a post. I mean, it just looks like a photo. I think it's so neat. But if you get it just right under the light, you can kind of see all the little pieces of paper. And I couldn't get just one. I'd get two. Because look at this one. It's Italy.
Well, you already unlocked discounted shipping, so why not?
And they're postcards.
And they're postcards.
They don't even weigh. They didn't weigh nothing much. Of course, this ain't all I bought, so there's that. But anyhow, but you can't really even tell. But she does it with little pieces of paper and makes all those buildings.
Wow.
Yes, but she does. That's what she was saying. She does larger pieces, like big murals. Murals. That's not right. That's not the right word. Whatever that word is. She does those big old pictures, and she makes these as like her little mock-ups, so she kind of knows what she's gonna do. Can you imagine?
No.
Me either.
I can't imagine them big old needlepoint things either.
I'm not crafty. Not at all. But listen, follow her. And I didn't get just these. I had to get some of her jewelry. It's going to be Christmas presents, though.
I
So,
saw the empty stacks and stacks.
listen, the good news is it replenished my shipping. I've got boxes and paper now. I didn't have any, and now I'm restocked. So
And you're recycling.
It worked out all right. But she makes beautiful things. Where's my box? Oh, I wouldn't show you except because they're Christmas gifts, but it'll be okay because my kids don't ever watch what I do. They're doing something. They're sale.
Well, they know everything's for sale too, so you might sell it and get them another Christmas gift.
Yeah, my sister-in-law came down to see me yesterday, and while I went to the bathroom, she came back here and went through my store and just got her little basket and filled her up some stuff. Look at this one. She made this.
Oh wow!
Isn't that pretty?
Is that shells or what is that?
It's, I don't know stones. But look at the little turtle. If I get to go to the beach, I might have to wear it. And it'll still be a Christmas gift. They won't know. Unless they're with me. Then they might. And here's the other one, because I got two. Oh, look. This one came with earrings, too. But that's the thing about Vamp. There's some really amazing people on here that make really, look at that. That's just pretty. I don't care who you are. That's just pretty right there.
Vamp is full of underrated sellers.
I don't know why we don't have more than we do, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I love the turtles. The turtles are dyed howlite. Howlite?
She's cussing.
Don't you can't talk that way, Bug. I'm sure that's a stone. Either that or Bug's had a drink. Let's see. Um. Anyway, I got a bunch of stuff from her, but like I said, it's gonna be Christmas presents. Oh my God, I forgot I got this. Look at this. Okay, it's gonna be hard for you to see, but look. Look. Can you see what that is? Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where am I? Here, look. Look, it's a
Oh
little
wow!
skunk.
Is that
Can you
glass?
believe he's glass and he's a teeny little skunk? Look at that. Isn't that crazy? That's mine.
Oh yeah. The littler the stuff, the more I think it's fabulous.
I love him. Look at that. Comes and goes. Right now it's gone. Isn't it cute? It's mine.
Don't let him be in shock.
Okay. Everybody say hi, Gerald. Nikki say hi. There's Willy. He say hi.
He's going to the shop.
Yeah, you gotta go out there and make some money.
I hope the shop has air conditioning.
It does.
Okay.
If it had a toilet, he would never come in.
Oh,
An icebox, a toilet, and a bed.
Listen, I have been out there sometime, and he's sitting in his easy chair out there. I don't know where I want to put her. She's got to go in the bathroom, but I'm afraid she's going to disappear because she's so teeny.
Damn it, Janet.
I love it. Damn it, Janet here.
Yep.
Hey, damn it, Janet. I gotta put this somewhere. I'm gonna lose it. Okay, I'll put it right there. Can't lose my. Anyway, that's just some of the stuff that I got, and y'all know I bought a bunch, but it was so fun. And ooh, this is a Christmas present for my granddaughter, the one that's a vegan and dresses like a little old lady. They're vintage hair barrettes.
Oh.
I got a whole box of them, and they're all vintage. But if you've ever seen any pictures of her, she dresses like a little old lady. That's what she likes. But I got a whole box of vintage barrettes, so you can get gifts for people that you never would even thought of. So
Secondhand
anyway,
gifts are the best ones.
I love the things that I get from Vamp. That's why it's so hard not to keep shopping. But I got to, because I
I
got to
think
pay for Germany.
the logo you're using, Karen made that, didn't she?
Yes, Karen is the logo queen. Where is he? I moved him back here. There he is. See, that's me and Willy. If we were 4 years old and anywhere near the same age.
And somewhere up north where you could actually sit on a fence in the summertime and not
Yeah.
die.
Yes, and where that we could climb on something and sit there. I'm not trying too hard. You got it going on. You up there? Um. Yes, Janet. Look at that shirt back there. Wonder what that means. I just don't know. Don't know. I'm so excited. I'm gonna turn y'all around, and as I have told you, of course, I just love it when you're here. But anything you purchase between now and December will help to get me to Germany, which you just can't even imagine. I'm gonna have to take something to calm me down.
You be on a gummy.
I can't handle gummies. That don't calm me down. That does the polar opposite. But yeah, I got the t-shirt. Now I just need to go. Can't wear no t-shirt there because it's gonna be freezing. Freezing. Anyway, I thought there's a bunch of stuff in the store that I haven't shown y'all before, but we'll get to that. I thought we'd just do a little buyer's choice, and it's smalls, but look at the little bitty chairs. They're miniatures, and they look really cute with the occupied Japan stuff, which is where they were. And there's a piano forte.
And
See, occupied Japan, and then the mantle
oh,
clock, and then there's the chair. They can, and there's a skunk because I have to, you know. My shelf's full, but I can make room for that little bitty one because he's little. And then this is a set of skunks because I love skunks. I actually dreamed the other night that I had a skunk, and it was part skunk and part cat. And Gerald said I couldn't keep it because it was a skunk. And I told him it would be all right because it was part cat. It wouldn't stink. What is wrong with me? Why do I dream about skunks? I love skunks. Look at this one. It's a little bitty piano. It's a little dusty piano. And that little lid goes up and down. It's
is that
metal.
metal?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a little miniature. It's even got a foot pedal. So you can play it. And then the little bitty Dutch couple, they're salt and peppers, but they're just cute. They're little corks. And that's him. The yellow eyes. My skunks don't stink, but just in case they have a problem, they're in the bathroom. So, and this set you get the table with the fruit. I used to have a dollhouse, and I sold all that. There's a little bit of food. and then the little couple back here. We just let all them together. And she's a bale. Because you know I love
Selling
she.
people bells. I didn't think you would do that.
Well, she's different from the others.
Oh,
And so, I got to go to Germany. So if my little people bells get me a little closer to Germany, it's okay. And thanks to Misty, she done. I got my bags. They're numbered.
and
So
you sold all your space bottles, so now that's in the
I
Germany
don't have
bag.
any more space bottles. They're gone. But in their place, I have the Beatles. Do you see
Oh
my?
yeah,
I had the Beatles that I got from Misty. They're
I
up there.
think those were a quick claim too, and she doesn't normally do that.
And I don't normally get quick claims because my internet is so slow. But I lucked up and I got the Beatles +2. But I didn't put the +2 up there because that just confuses folks. Okay, this is going to start for $6 and you can just pick what you want. And it's running. Oh, and this little, she's in it too. Look at her. She's like, me? You're putting me in there too? I replaced her with some I bought on the
Well,
birthday
sorry,
sale.
Toots. I got to get to Germany.
I got to go to Germany. She's like, she's got to go to Germany. So she's selling me. Okay. And we'll start the auction. And it's running. Just fun little stuff. And Bug, I did get your package that came. I won the giveaway. Bug's thing. I got me another pen.
Amy won today.
Okay, we gotta add something else. Ain't nobody loving it. Let's see. Let's move you over. Move my.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna check on my dog.
Okay. On your dog.
Make sure he doesn't need to go out.
Don't leave him out in the heat. It's too hot. All right, I'm gonna put the two little Kit Kats in there. Look at them. They're sweet. They don't have their stoppers, but they're old. And let's put them in there. And we're gonna run number 2. And move it to stage. And it's running again. And $6 start. So that's a deal. This one right here, she's Joseph. Ta-da. Thank you, Kay Murphy. I appreciate your bid.
What about
And Kay Murphy. I'm going to put you in a bag. That's what I'm supposed to do. But I don't trust it. I'm going to put your name in there, in the bag. Because I know me. The pair of cats. All right. Well, I'll put some more cats in there. All right. Let's put you there. And let's put, I think I listed those separate. So maybe let's put this set in. These are butterflies. I'll put them up there. And the skunks go back there. I think these are cute. If my sister-in-law had seen these, she'd have took these because she loves a butterfly. They're salt and peppers. But they're just cute. Cute. I say cute too much. That could be another drinking game. And it's running.
oh.
And I have to find some more stuff. I'm gonna put her back here. Let's put the skunks together. Y'all don't love skunks like I love skunks. Oh, we got a jumper and it fell on Rocky. Sorry, Rocky. Rocky got hit by a skunk. Okay. Look Look, it's a little bud vase. Isn't that cute? All right, I'll put them back there. And the little piano. And like I said, that one's Joseph. Can you see that? Somewhere. Anyway, it is. How about, speaking of getting Christmas started, let's bring a little elf out. Stick him in there. I love these things. And every time I see them, I buy them. And then I sell them. Because that's what we do. And it's running. And we're not loving that. Okay. We have to move these numbers so they don't get mixed up. Hey, Grady, welcome in. All right, I'm putting the little elf boy right there. $6 starts. Little prayer lady in here. Look at that. We give you, I swear it says tanks, but you know what it means. For all your gifts. We give you tanks. Alright, you're blurry. Why are you blurry? Do you listen to that squeaky door at Willy's house? Alright. You see up there we got skunks and we got a bell lady. And we got the little miniature furniture that is bone china. And let's give it another try. Number 5. It's running. Poor Dad. He has such a cough. Bless his heart. Everybody say hello to Grady. I talked to Misty today, and she is healing, but slowly. And she thought today they would probably be putting her on an antibiotic.
Yeah, that's what she told me too.
She's having some issues. But
Hello, Grady Grupo.
we had a nice
K
nursing
Murphy.
chat. She's looking things up on the internet. And yeah.
Don't do that.
Never a good idea.
I'm sure back in your nursing days you heard a lot of that.
I
Well, it
told
says on
her.
WebMD.
Not only did we had to take a test on it. If anybody's eating, stop. She was Googling what the different colors of pus mean. That's a great way to spend your Friday, don't you think? Look, she's giving thanks for all your gifts. Bless her heart. She's sincere. Got blurry again. All right, let me put something else in there. Let's put. Do you know who that is?
What's her name? What was her name? Petunia?
Petunia. That's Porky the Pig's girlfriend. He left her. He ran off with another pig. And she's trying to start a new life. Get out of Georgia because it's hot. And barbecue season's coming.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's running.
She don't like the taste of apples in her mouth.
No, she don't care much for that. And it's running. I'm just going to keep sticking stuff up here till something strikes your fancy. Barbecue ribs. Don't let me cover Penelope's ears. Barbara. She didn't mean it, Penelope. She's like, I am a trained ballerina. I don't have to be ribs.
Like in Charlotte's Web, what a pig, or some pig.
All right, I'm gonna stick these little guys in. He's an Oreo. He's an Oreo guy. He's just back there. And I think what we're gonna have to do is make it a pick 2. Because, and there's the Hershey guy. He's going to get over here and get frisky with the praying lady. Well, you know, he's just getting in the spirit. All right. Let's try it again. And we're going to say pick 2. Y'all are hard. Hard nuts to crack. Pick 2, $6. All right. We're just going to have to stop and go eat dinner. Sometimes it's been that way.
Well, didn't you load some singles or some
I
individuals?
did. I
I'm
sure
getting dead.
I did. But they're more expensive than this, so I was giving you cheap stuff first. But that's okay. We'll do something else. All right. I'm just going to put them up there. And you get over there.
Kimber Girl's asking if you've come across any more dog photos.
I have to tell you what I found. I said, if she came on up, show her this and see if this counts.
And Kim Murphy's requesting the dog shakers be run.
Oh, yes. This is the only other photo I found, and I have a feeling that's not what you're looking for. It's a photo with an animal in it. Can you see that, Willie? It's a fish strung up.
I was going to say, isn't it dead?
Yeah, probably. If it's hung there very long. I don't think that's what she's looking for, but I just thought it was funny when I saw it. I thought, oh, Kimber. There's a
She
picture
wants
with
photos of live dogs.
All right.
It's Miss Rachel.
I just thought it was funny. I didn't kill them either. Hey, Miss Rachel, how are you?
What you need to do, is it Chloe? No. Is it Chloe, the vegan?
That's Maggie.
Maggie. Chloe's the singer.
Callie's the singer.
Holly. So there's not a Chloe.
Yes, Chloe just graduated high school. She's 18.
Okay. Okay, Maggie. You need to give Maggie the picture
No.
with the dead fish.
No. No, I
It
want her
is
to
hot.
like me because I have a feeling she's going to make more money than all the rest of them put together. Don't tell them I said that. And I need her to take care of me in my old age. All right, you said somebody said the dog shakers.
Yeah, Kay Murphy's requesting that you run the dog shakers.
Are we talking about the ones that's in the buy now? They're not buy it now, but you know what I mean. I'm going to pull them up and see if this is what you're talking about. This.
Well, I was wondering, Grady Grupo.
About what?
Because he said something about looks like a stripper.
A striper fish. I think it's pronounced striper, not stripper. This man is proud of that fish. Look at his face. See, he like, I caught that fish, that big old fish. And that
Well, you
fish
should have seen the one that got away.
She's like, damn, he did. He caught me. All right. Is this the set we're referring to?
Those are cute.
They're cute.
Are they
They're
Commodore?
big. I think so. They are, yes, they are Commodore. They have their corks. They had their squeaker. Of course, they don't work no more.
Has anybody ever heard a squeaker that actually works? I would love to know what they sound like.
You know me too. I would think they would have made them sound like whatever animal they were in, but they all look the same. Karen said, Willie, your mind always goes to the gutter. I don't picture Willie at too many strip clubs, personally. I'm going to run these here. They're Commodore. Let me show you how big they are. They are 4.5 inches tall, and they are durable. They're perfect. And they're running. Running. There's a pre-bid on them.
That's my favorite ceramic company.
I love Commodore. Feel free to bid them up a little.
And it doesn't get the glory that some of the other manufacturers.
And it holds its paint better than a lot of them. It does. I don't know how far $12 is going to get me toward Germany, but hello.
$12 closer and a spot cleared off your shelf.
That's right. All right, Murphy, I'm gonna put your name on it, even though it's in there, and I should not have a problem keeping straight, but it's me. So
That
what
that is such a cute set, Kay Murphy. I hope you enjoy.
is, and I'm glad you got it.
She's requesting the poodle shakers too.
All right. I'm like I said, my goal is to go to Germany, and these are my treasures. So just know it's not. I'm not selling them because I don't love them anymore.
Yeah, when I first met you, you were a big shaker collector.
I had so many, and I will have them again. But right now, I'm going to Germany,
Kay Murphy's just
and
trying to help you get to Germany.
thank you, and I appreciate you. And when I have to get up at 2 in the morning so I can do my sale from Germany on that Friday, y'all are gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna be sitting there chugging a beer in Germany.
Not
Do
on
you
the
know
plane.
the best beer in the world is in the Czech Republic? Because I've been watching YouTube. They're known to have the best beer. Not that I'm a connoisseur of beer. Thank you, Kay. There's a set of cats in there too. Um, and Gerald's he's a teetotaler. Do you know what that means?
I know what that meant. I'm one too.
He don't touch it. And it's really funny because when we met, he worked for a brewery.
Did
But
he work
it
for
was a good
Laverne?
job. He he was not working for the Lord. He was working at the brewery. But anyway, and then he always says he left there and really went to work because he went to work at the cement company. But then he worked in the lab, so it wasn't too bad. All right, these are the cats. Look at these.
They are cute.
I love these so much. Oh my God. I love them so much. Look at their faces.
Miss Nan's here.
Hey, Nan. I used my planner today. I made my grocery list in it. And then I started making me a list of books I want to read this summer. Look at me being all literary. I love to read, but I never make myself sit down and do it. All right, this is the Vintage Stripe Kitty Shakers. They are smaller, but they are so cute. They're 3 inches tall, and they're in perfect condition. Look at their little quirks. And I love them, and they're running. If anybody's interested, and if not, they can go right back in there on my shelf. And that'd be okay, too. We got to figure out a way. Well, maybe the Christmas in July will be a good way to churn up get more sales. Thinking about Germany again, you know.
That birthday bash weekend was just amazing.
I'm telling you, I had the most fun on that birthday week. We were doing a buyer's choice, but wasn't nobody buying. So then we started just running things. So I just ran these two little kitties. We'll put them back over there. And I was telling him, Nan, next weekend I'm going to be doing jewelry because I'm going to go on a field trip. I'm going to be out of here, and I'm probably going to, if I know Mr. Gerald, I'm going to be at a Comfort Inn. Wise man, not to drink when we're. Yeah. Do you know that they had the beer on tap in the break room at the brewery?
Oh, that sounds OSHA approved.
I thought that was very strange, but he didn't really drink beer. He just, it was just a really good paying job when they opened, but it got where he'd be laid off so many months out of the year, and just we couldn't, that just didn't work. So anyway, then he ended up working at the cement company in the lab, and he did that for 30 years. So
Were you
he
already doing nursing?
I worked with doctors from the time I graduated high school. And for many, many years, most everybody that knew me thought I was a nurse because that's all I'd ever done. And I had been trained on the job by so many different doctors I had worked with. And then when we found out about Adam, I'm like, I need more education than I got. And I thought, okay, I already know a lot of medical stuff, so I'm just going to jump in and go to nursing school real quick because it's going to be easy. Nope, it wasn't. It was the hardest thing I ever did, but it was the best thing I ever did too. And it was hard enough that I thought I was going to work and do it. And it didn't take long to figure out I wasn't going to work full time and go to nursing school because I wasn't that smart. I had to really, really buckle down. But I'm glad I did it because it was good. And then I got paid a lot more money to do what I'd already been doing.
Well, that was a plus.
Yeah, well, I thought so. But anyway, so, we've both worked a lot our whole lives, particularly Gerald. And so this trip to Germany it's frivolous and all the things, but it's a lifelong dream. We've always wanted to go to Europe. And this just happened to be the trip that Misty was taking when we both just said, let's go. So that's what we did. And that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to wait on I'm not going to try that anymore right now because they have taken about as much rejection as they can take. Look at those sad faces. Do you see them? She's even praying for them. It's so sad. Anyway, let me show you this. Look at him. I love this thing. This is from Italy. He's a creamer. See, made in Italy. And he's a good little sized dude, too. He came right off my kitchen counter. He is just a little over 6 inches tall. But look at that face. I love him, and I love his
Kind of
color.
looks Rio Kondo, but maybe I'm not seeing it.
I thought, I don't know. I got blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's try that again. I like anything from Italy because that's really where I want to go. And so I love to surround myself with stuff from Italy and pretend I went there because I can lie to myself just as well as anybody. Like, look at this dish. Isn't that pretty? See what I mean? I just squint and say, remember when I was at that market in Italy and picked that little dish up? It didn't ever happen, but it
Well,
don't hurt to
what's the
pretend.
guy's name that's coming to stay with you, Adam?
Daniel.
Daniel. Well, if Daniel turns out to be an all-star, then you might be going to Italy too on the next one, or third one,
That
fourth
is
one, fifth one.
That's my hopes. And actually I've said it out loud in front of several people so that Gerald could hear me say it so that he would have the opportunity to say, we can't do that. He ain't said it yet. So I take that as a yes. So my goal is we're going to do Germany, and then whatever's coming up next, we might just do that too, especially if it turns out to be Italy. And then I'll go buy me some real Italian things. But I love this little guy. I just had him sitting by a bowl of lemons on my counter because it looked very, HGTV kind of thing.
Well, Nan wants to know where his ears are.
Where's his ears? His ears is under his hat, I think. Well, let's pretend they are because otherwise he ain't got my... I love him. Look at that face. He's like, I can't hear a word you're saying. He's got a cross on. I mean, what would he be? I mean, and then he kind of looks like he's wearing a dress. So is he a girl or a guy or I don't know. He's just cute. Now that's cute. I don't care who you are. All right, sit back there. We ain't into cute tonight. All right, let me show you something else. This bowl is available too, by the way.
Yeah,
Everything in here is available. Even the Germany mug. Because I got two. So you could have a Germany mug if you want one. Okay. But look at these. I love these. You see it? That's two of them. Now, if me and Willy was going to have a tea party, this is what we would use. Queen Anne, bone china, made in England.
I'd be drinking my Diet Coke out of it.
I'd drink anything out of it. Isn't that
Okay.
pretty? And they're very durable because I actually dropped them and they didn't break. So, yeah. Hi, Karen. Anyway, I'm going to run them. You get 2, so you can have a tea party. Aren't they pretty? They
That
just
looks
look
like
really pretty.
teacups on the soap operas.
Hmm. I could see them drinking out of these on the Bold and the Beautiful. Isn't that pretty? I'm not even sure where I got them. That's what happens when you resell too. You get stuff, then you go, "Where did I get that?"
Emmalene's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, those were my grandma's."
Nope, that was not her style. All right, so I'm gonna run them. It's $15 and you get them both. I promise you, you couldn't buy a saucer of that for $15.
And not one made in England.
Yep, and they're all marked and numbered. There's not a chip or a crack on any of it.
Those were clearly for display only.
I don't see no point in that. Put
No,
me
I
some wine.
mean originally.
I would drink out of that. Now, I imagine whoever had this had the full blown set, dishes and plates and everything.
And the silver pot and the tray and
But maybe I'll just drink out of them. At least I get to show them to you. The ones that are on my mantelpiece were my grandmother's.
oh.
I don't know if you've ever noticed those in there because there's so much other stuff, but
Well, I
they
keep wanting to go into your living room and somebody picks something and you say, "No, I can't sell that."
were. You see that shirt hanging on the door back there, Willie? Even Grandma's China might be up for dibs. Watching Tina for support. Who's
Oh,
Tina?
I'm sure you're just watching.
Dusty, are you purchasing over there? That's okay. You can do that. All right, I'm going to put some more stuff up here. I'm going to put the German mug up there. And all of these are $6 starts if y'all are interested in any of it. If not, we could shop the shelves if you'd rather. There are some things up here you haven't seen. I like this. This is enamel, hand painted on enamel with the lid.
Isn't that cloisonne?
Mm-hmm. Isn't
Is
that
that the little
pretty?
pieces of brass between the?
Right. Hey. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
So we could run that. Let's just run it. I'm going to run the $6 dude thing, and then if you're interested, then that can go too. Hey, I'm going to run the one again because it didn't sell, and then I can use that back. And these bags are confusing to me, but don't tell Misty I said so. All right, it's running. Thank you for your bid. Me and Germany appreciate it.
What does the bottom of that bowl say? Does it just have the word China
China.
written on it?
It says China
I
in
don't
big
quote
bold
me on
letters.
that, but I'm pretty sure that's the old stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all, you can get some really good deals here. She's it's on wood. This is old. She's scared. Look at her. She's scared. She's selling everything, people. I'm worried.
Lightning bugs.
What would you like, lightning bug? I'll show you everything again. What size is she? I love the inlay around it. That's metal inlay. It's 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. It's got a ring on top and wood on the back. And can you see the metal?
I can't handle the coughing anymore.
Bless his heart. It's worse when you're the one coughing.
Lightning bug. What did you want?
She
Yes,
wants the bottle. You talked her into
I think that's a very, very good pick.
it. Was. Wait, my pen ain't writing. That was a good deal. All right, let's put this over there.
I can't remember where I heard that, but something about
Look, old.
the stamp when it's China, because it's always come from China. I mean, even way back. That if it was new, it would probably have a sticker or it would say "Made
Right.
in."
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's put some stuff up there. There's this little couple. They're shakers, and they're square dancing. Let me get them where you can
They're
see them.
cute.
Ain't it cute? They got their little corks. His hair's flowing in the breeze.
Do their arms interlock? I think
I
their arms
think
interlock.
they do. Like that.
Look at that.
Isn't that cute? I don't care who you are.
And the fact that they're not broken.
Exactly. And they live with me, which makes that even more. I love his hair out there. He got a little flipper. All right, let's run it again.
Those are cute.
$6. Y'all, it's crazy stuff.
Like
Crazy.
somebody's gonna buy those, or I'm logging off and coming on.
Ain't no joke, Willie. You really need to just get off and come on over, because if I'm gonna give everything away, you may as well get some of it.
Yeah, but have you seen this room?
Listen, one more box in there ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Those are cute. I love the salt and pepper shakers that have action to them.
Well, you see a lot of the same ones over and over again. I've never seen that set before. And I'd be willing to bet you what Lightning Bug's fixing to pick. Let's see if I'm wrong. Girl
She's
in
the
the
girl in the picture.
picture. Well, I was wrong. That almost never happens.
That girl in the picture's cute too.
That girl in the picture, it's a good deal too. Okay, so let's put them there. And we still got the butterflies, and we still got skunks. We still got Joseph. Let's pull something else out of here. I got another whole box down here somewhere. What did I do with it? Let's bring the dog over. He's home co. He cute. Well, everything is still available, so let's look at it. The little stretchy candy bar men, they're just fun. And the praying lady, and this is the bell. She's a bell lady, and he's a skunk, which I really do kind of love. And then there's a bunch of these are occupied Japan, but it's the furniture. And these are shakers. They're just a little Dutch couple. And Penelope. Yes, make sure you're following me, because I do crazy stuff, and y'all need to get good deals. And these are butterflies. I think they're butterflies.
They
Or
are.
or fairies, or I don't know, but they're
They're
cute.
anthropomorphic with human heads.
And they're redheads too. And then that one's Joseph, the cat with the bottle. And you get both these little skunks. And the do-si-do couple. And the Germany mug. Because everybody needs one of those. And this is a little metal. And then this raises up. It's got a little stick that holds the lid up. Trust me, it was up. Now it's down. Okay, let's add some other stuff. Let's put in this little girl because she's still hanging out here all by herself. And she's from the doll collection. And it's running $6. Pick what you want.
Come here.
And it's running. I love the little table with the fruit too.
Get up here. Come on. I ain't playing games with you. Get up here.
He says, "Yes, you are. You were playing games with me."
She'll start whining any minute.
Mine are being very quiet tonight.
You need to squeeze a squeaker.
They're both asleep. Yep, that did it.
Here they come.
They both looked up like, what? Rocky didn't lift his head. He just opened his eyes and looked. The dancing couple and send it
Oh,
to
you don't have to do that.
Willy.
That is so sweet.
That's so sweet. People are so sweet.
I love those.
Now you may as well go and buy some more stuff, Willie, because you just gonna have one little bitty box. Let's put some more shakers in there.
Thank you so much. That was so unnecessary, but so kind.
That is so sweet because you was just loving on them. Look at this little set. Their little kitchen. Their little kissing Dutch people. Ain't that sweet?
Are they in a shoe?
He's sitting on a shoe.
Yeah.
Because it's Dutch, like a little Dutch shoe.
I see that now. I can't make you bigger on the app.
I
Let's do
know.
that.
I don't know why you can't run a separate device and not be, and just see the screen. Have you tried that?
No, I guess I could.
I just wonder if that would work.
Oh, I bet it would.
And then you could see what I'm doing. And you could say, "Stop it. Stop it. You're selling stuff too cheap." That's what Misty said. She's like, "If you're going to sell it cheap, I'm just going to buy it." I'm like, "Well, I got to sell it, so."
And resell it.
Cheap is the only way it's going to go. It's going to have to go cheap. And it's running.
Not doing that.
Can't believe nobody wants Germany mugs so they can drink like me. All right. I'm going to show you what goes with that. There's the little sugar dish.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cute? And then here's the little creamer. So you can do the whole set. All right, let's see if I got any more of the. Yep, I got a couple more I can run.
You're selling all 4 pieces together?
No, this is a
Okay.
set.
Gotcha. Okay.
That, they'd be separate. Because,
Well, even that's a.
you know what I mean?
Even just the shakers by themselves and the other by themselves, that's still like crazy.
$6. I mean,
I'm
So
glad you're done showing Christmas presents.
that's what I did. I bought Christmas gifts for her.
But see,
Hello, baby.
that's why I'm glad you're done showing Christmas presents.
Yeah, I didn't. I showed him what I bought you for Christmas. I'm glad you wasn't here. I was having some stomach issues earlier, and I wasn't sure I was going to be on here. And they were having the business will be opening July, and
Oh,
they have
wow.
a meetup with all of the staff to meet all of the nurses and the nurse practitioner and everybody. And Jill went down. I didn't get to go, but I plan to be their best customer.
Emmalene's going to be that patient that calls where they're all like, it's her again.
No, they're going to be like, it's Nana again. I'm just going to have my old chair over there. That's Nana's chair. She just shows up every other day, picks her up an IV. If y'all haven't heard about this, and if you live in bigger towns, you may have, but it's called a health lounge, where you can go in and get IV fluids. You can get vitamins in your IV, which I'm really looking forward to. You can get all kinds of things. They're going to have a tanning bed that actually, it's not a tanning bed. It's like a spray tan, but it puts collagen back into your skin. And there's red light therapy, which is supposed to be just insanely good for you. In fact, I plan to look at least 30 years younger by the time I go to Germany.
Well, you've already had your mask for over a year.
I
And
know,
don't use it.
I hadn't used it once. I don't know if it works, but they're selling them again, so they must. But no, I'm just going to go and let the professionals do it. I'm going to get all the treatments.
That's the way to go. Let the pros handle
All
it.
the treatments. And they're going to hook me up. And it ain't going to be 1 minute too soon. Because I'm hanging on.
They're gonna get you so revitalized that you're gonna be younger than your kids.
Wouldn't that be great? Might need to plan it. Yes. See, I actually said this to our friend Misty Pate that we needed to have a meetup. Let me get this thing straight. We needed to have a meetup here, and because there's a lot of cool things here in Georgia. I'm going to fix where you can see my German shirt, and then we can all go to the lounge. Health lounge is hard to say. It's called Flow and Glow.
Flow and glow.
Flow and Glow. And we didn't make the name. We don't love the name. It's an IV wellness lounge. But see, everybody could come. We could go thrift shopping, antique shopping, go get us a nice tan, and you could get your little IV if you so choose. Or
Remind me where you're at, Lightning Bugs. Are you in Louisiana? Mississippi. Well, then you're even closer to her.
You see what she said? She's even going to serve wine. Tell me
Oh, that's right, Natchez.
Mississippi. Yes, my shirt back there. See that? That's because everybody said I kept saying Germany, so I decided to hang it on the door, and then I don't. I just point to it.
You heard it here first. In a few weeks, she's going to do these shows speaking fluent German and nothing else.
I call you a heifer in Germany.
That's right. I like that.
Fossy. You Fossy?
If I ever got a tattoo, it would be Fossy.
That needs to be my tattoo. So if I just get heifer. Parents are going to Germany in October and taking a cruise.
Oh.
That's what Christy said she thought she would like to do, my daughter there. But I want to be on the land. I want to hang out with the locals. And I don't care anything about all of these big tourist places that everybody goes to. I mean, I'll go, but that's not really what I'm going for.
She wants to go shopping.
I want to go shopping. So I got to sell all this stuff so I can bring back more stuff. See? That's why I'm selling it cheap. Speaking of which, I still got toys. If you're into the squeakers, we got squeakers. We can put them into the $6 fun thing over here. Isn't he cute?
He's very cute.
And they were going for a lot more than that.
I'm surprised that some little kid didn't put that in their mouth and take that red paint off.
Well, they didn't.
I know, that looks good. Looks like it.
See how old it is. You see that? Strange. He's cute, though. I love them. See, that's what's it's bittersweet to sell things that you love. But I'm selling it for a good cause. Germany. Look at him. My dogs say, for the love of God, sell it. Dang it.
Well, are you selling it to go to Germany, or are you selling it so your kids don't have to go through it when you're gone?
Some of both, except I'll probably replace it. Come here. Come on. Oh, get up here. She says, you keep squeaking that thing. What is that?
Oh,
Watch her.
look at JoJo.
She's like, what? And here comes Rocky. What is it? I don't understand. You like it? Oh no. Oh no. What is that? What
You
is
got this dog going.
Rocky? Oh, that would make everybody cry. Ooh, that was really fun. Look at her head, watch her.
Oh,
Does she look better that way? You turn your head upside down?
she's cute. Upside down or right side up.
Poor babies. I don't know what Nana doing in her room. And here, look, here's the other one. I'm gonna turn you around. What is it, Rock? She says, I will come and chew that up for you. You can't have it. All right. Turn you back around.
Is
So,
JoJo still bossing him around?
oh yeah. She drags him around by his tail and he lets her. It's like he don't care. Like, whatever. He'd be looking back at her like, what are you doing?
Well, that sounds kind of like how you do Gerald.
Oh my God. Did he tell you to say that?
No, you drag
No.
him around by his tail.
No. Anybody knows Gerald knows that's not true. I don't have to. If I say I want something, or he automatically, he's, you know, because I don't normally ask to go to Germany. It's usually, would you pick me up a bottle of wine at Walmart? I mean, that's like the extent of the. Germany was a bit larger request. So.
Well, you said he's a teetotaler, so that's quite a feat for him to pick wine
Oh
up at Walmart.
yes, he used to wouldn't. I broke him down. I broke the poor man down. Well, let me tell you how I see it. With our life the way it is, if I'm not doing anything but having a little bit of wine here and there, and I'm doing okay. You know,
Just listen to Kim. Kim says, let them have margarita."
I just think I'm at the grand old age where it's okay. I'm not gonna end up hanging out down at the local bar. It's just not. But and listen, even Jesus turned water into wine. Okay. Now he didn't make box wine, but he did make wine. Yeah, yeah, at our church communion they have wine. Of course, they have a little bitty bit. They don't have this size. But yeah, it's what it is. It is what it is. And I do think eventually, if life changes, maybe I won't feel the need for a glass of wine. But right now I do.
Well, I think everyone in your family uh, is okay with you drinking wine as long as you're not on the plane.
No, never ever on the plane ever again. Ever. Never. Sworn off that one. I did not know that altitude would do that to
Look
you.
at that. Uh, your daughter
It-
just put a yes, was
That's
very
probably
emphatic.
it's probably the granddaughter that was sitting next to me.
Oh,
And if you haven't heard the story, we were flying back from California after our son's wedding, and I didn't want to go to sleep on the plane because I snore, and I didn't want to embarrass myself. So instead, I had 3 glasses of wine, which normally would be nothing. But apparently, if you're flying 40,000 feet in the air, It does something different. On a bathroom arrest for drinking too much on a plane. Can you get arrested for drinking too much on the plane? God, that added a whole nother element of scary. Listen, she gave me the last glass free, so it's partly her fault. But
Well,
I
you
would,
gave your daughter and your granddaughter something to remember.
I did. I actually bought my daughter a drink, but she drank it and went to sleep. But I didn't want to go to sleep, so who knew? Yes, and they're going to tell that story for the rest of my life, and after I'm dead, they're
It's going
going
to
to
be part of your
keep
eulogy.
they're going to keep telling that story because it wasn't that I was that bad, but all the lights were off in the plane. Everybody was sleeping. I was just watching a movie, entertaining. And then all of a sudden, we landed in Atlanta and the lights came on. And I said, woohoo, we're in Atlanta. I don't remember saying it, but it does sound like me. Anyway, and then apparently, because light were on, I just figured everybody was waiting. I just thought I'd talk to everybody, and I talked to everybody. She says,
5 in the
way loud.
morning.
Oh, come on. Way louder and more ominous than that.
It was
My
5
son,
in the morning, and if y'all were coming from California, y'all were losing time.
it was 5 in the morning. I'd had no sleep. I'd had very little food. And then we have to get off the plane and hightail it through the Atlanta airport, which is no small place. And I am tipsy. And walking wasn't really my strong suit at that moment. I had rolling luggage. Oh, it was so bad.
There was
I
no
was trying.
hightailing for you.
I was trying. Never gonna hear the end of it. Never. So no, I will not be drinking on the plane. In fact, the next time I will go to sleep, and if I snore, nobody better say nothing. Don't wake me up if I'm snoring. Just giggle and laugh and record it if you want to. Just know I could be drunk, but I'm not. I'm
I know
just.
it's impractical, but I think it would be neat if y'all were offline out of the same airport.
I know. I was trying to figure out how to make that work. I'd have to fly to where is she flying out of?
Indianapolis, I'm sure. That's probably the closest international.
I need to hit her up to fly into Atlanta because she got more money than I do. I just don't tell her I said that, but it's probably true. But yeah, maybe she could fly into Atlanta and then we could fly out of Atlanta together.
Well, let me just ask Evangelo. Well, what do you think of her and Misty P being on a plane together? I think that might be
That
problematic.
might be worse than mine. But Christy won't be there, so she won't care.
Oh, well, that's true.
And Gerald can't hear, so he won't care. He'll just go to sleep. And Mark's used to it. Will
He's
be
such a trooper.
fun. It will be. Willie, you need to come to Germany.
Well,
Think about it. Don't say no.
oh, I've
Just
thought about it.
think about it some more. We will have so much fun.
I know.
And you said you were wanting to try to maybe start cutting back on them.
Yeah.
And this would give you such a good goal to start cutting back.
Well, I was going to ask House of Evangelo, do you have like nicotine IVs?
I don't know about that, but they got something.
I'm
I'm
sure.
so looking forward to those IVs, and she's got one, and she might type on here and tell you what it is. But it's supposed to help your memory. So, like people that are starting to get like dementia and things like that, you can give them. And it might not necessarily bring back they've lost, but it keeps them from losing anymore. And I need that because I don't need to lose no more brain cells because I need to hang on to the ones I got left.
Yeah.
She's not typing now. She ran away. It was 5 in the morning. It was not my finest moment. Let's just say it wasn't.
Oh, it was fun for you, maybe.
I was fine. until everybody was mad at me in the car. And then, what a night. Then we get to the park and fly place. They got their car, we got ours. We get in ours and we're headed down the interstate and our van broke down.
Ugh.
So then
So after you've been on a plane for hours, then you have to deal with that.
I'm drunk in the van on the interstate and the van breaks down and we had to pull over and
Ugh.
leave it and just get out of ours and get into theirs and have a wrecker come and tow ours home.
Ugh.
That was not the high point.
Well, how far are you from Atlanta?
About 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Because you're like in the middle of Georgia, right?
Smack dab. Central
And then
Georgia.
Atlanta would be to the northwest, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm learning my geography.
You are. You need to get you a shower curtain like mine. It's a good way to learn your geography while you're doing other things.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm a little troubled about how close Germany is to Russia after studying it on my shower curtain. And
all of the Eastern European countries.
It's a little close to Ukraine, but I'm just going to talk to Jesus about it.
Well, them people ain't got nothing on Misty P, so you're safe.
It would be fun if we could do the plane together. I won't talk to her about it. That would be fun.
Oh, I think that would be a hoot.
We might be able to get more people to go if we do that. We need a few more because we're at the point right now, if anybody has to back out, the trip's off. We have to have X number to make it happen. So
yeah, but you're 5 months and some days out. I'm sure there's probably going to be people taken off the list, people added to the list.
Right now, we can't afford nobody to come off. Everybody got to stay, and we need a few more.
Well, the only thing
fluent Russian. Did he speak Russian before he went over there? I mean, did he study Russian, or is Russian so easy he learned it that?
I wouldn't think it would be. It's a whole different alphabet.
Well, I mean, they're all different. Listen, I'm still working on English.
All of us Southerners are, aren't we?
You do not want to hear me speak Southern Russian or anything else for that matter. I was learning Spanish, and my friend Linda that comes and plays board games with me, you know, she lives in another state. She speaks fluent Spanish, and I was so proud of my little bit I had learned, and I said it, and she choked. I don't know what I said, but it wasn't what I thought I was saying. So he learned in Baylor College. Well,
then he was here in my state.
There you go. Well, we're not going to even need to know how to speak Russian because we're going to have a translator, a guide and a translator. So he's going to keep us out of trouble.
Wow.
Think about it, Willy.
Oh, I am.
So much fun.
I'm afraid to do anything after all the stuff that went down this week.
I know. But, you know, I wonder if y'all don't know, they had a big layoff where Willy works. But I wonder if that won't kind of rectify itself over time. Because you said they changed to a different kind of membership program. So gradually it'll build back up. Maybe. But you're only going to be gone a week.
Well, no, I'm talking about the financial. I'm afraid to spend money because I don't know. I guess you just have to live off of faith, right?
Yes, walk by faith, or fly to Germany by faith. Listen,
I'll see if I can use Dusty Moose's broom to get over there.
See if she got two. It's not really in our budget either. I mean, you know, it really isn't. But I just have this gut feeling that it's now or never. If we don't do this, it's just never going to happen. And that's pushing me to
sure.
Because
you don't want to be the people that wait to retire and then die within the first year of being retired.
We know too many people that's happened to. And, you know, it's like right now we're in good health. we're older, but we're in good health, and we got most of our faculties. So I just feel like if we wait, something's going to change, and we're just not going to be able to. So yeah, I mean, I retired early because of Adam, but he retired. He was planning to keep working, and a really good friend of his who was younger, they had talked about it like day or so before, and his friend said, yeah, he was going to stay on another year or two, and Gerald said he was. That guy went home that night, went to sleep, and didn't wake up.
Mm.
And Gerald went back in the next day and said, I think I'm going to retire.
Well,
And he's
Kim
doing great.
retired so she could be a trophy wife.
There you go, Kim. You be arm candy. I love retirement. I mean, we're not really retired because we're taking care of Adam, but it is. She said that's crazy funny. Yeah, I'm glad we did, but I want us to have some memories other than raising kids, and you know. And as we saw this last time with Adam, it's like I have a feeling that guy's just going to outlive us all. I mean, bless his heart, he is one tough dude, and so we're gonna. I really think this guy's going to be great with Adam. He is so excited about it, and surely to goodness, if I can run this show by myself, then everybody left here can keep it together for a week or 10 days or whatever.
That's right.
You married a poor Mexican.
Oh.
I saw your wedding picture, Kim. They were so sweet. Yeah, we've been married the same. We got married that same year. This is
Y'all
our.
both got married the year of unprecedented heat.
It was pretty hot at the time, yeah. And I didn't mean weather.
Oh.
Those were the days, my friend. Yeah, this will be our. So that's another reason to go to Germany. This will be for our anniversary, and then I'm going to Disney in January because that's a given. I'm going to go to Disney.
Misty P's going with you, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. And Emma and Colin and Jaden are all coming.
Oh, wow.
So the
Is
clan.
Maybelle going?
Who?
Maybelle?
No, they can't. They don't let you have pets at.
Oh, damn it, Janet. I thought you were younger than that. You must have got married at 12.
You've been married 47 years. If I put mine together, I've been married that long. The first one didn't count. And let me tell you something so funny. Olivia, our youngest grandchild, wrote Gerald a note for Father's Day, and it was so sweet. And it was, Papa, I thank you so much for all the things you do for us, and we love you so much. And as I've heard Nana say, the second time's the charm.
They're just
I
too
get it.
smart sometimes.
I was like, of all the things for her to come up with, because I mean, they know, and I said something to him one day. I said, what would y'all do without Papa? And she said, well, would none of us be here? I said, well, yeah, you would, because your mom is from my first marriage. And so y'all would all be here, but Papa wouldn't. She said, well, that would just be awful. So I'm glad you married Papa. But I laughed so hard. Second time's the charm. Well, this one certainly lasted longer than that one. I will give
And
it.
y'all ain't killed each other yet.
No, we haven't even tried. Nope. Well, guys, I'm just sitting here running my mouth. Me and Willie could do this all night long.
Oh, yes. I love talking to her.
I love talking to Willie. We get
We
busy
just,
during the week.
if we would just never get anything done if we were in the room together.
I know we would have so much fun in Germany, Willie. Can you even imagine? Married a Mexican chick too. Do y'all? So Janet, I have married a Mexican chick. Janet, are you Mexican? I'm confused. I love our Friday nights, and sometimes we make some money. We made $48 tonight.
She ain't Mexican. She's Chicagoan.
Well, what does she mean? My hub's married a Mexican.
No, I think she's saying she's Hispanic.
Oh, Scandinavian. There it is, Scandinavian. Are you Scandinavian or do you have another wife? I'm very confused, but that's nothing new
Well,
for
you met Kim and her sister. I
Yes.
think they're both. I think they both classify as very Scandinavian.
Yeah, I didn't have either of them pegged as any Mexican, but I did not get to spend that much time with them because Bob had an accident and they had to, leave and go take care. So we need a do over because we didn't get to hang out like we wanted to.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a do over, but I gotta go to Germany first. So
You still got to get to Bedford too.
I know I need to go there too, but see. Daniel, the new caregiver, he wants to be here as much as possible. And, I have a budget to take care of Adam, but I have to have caregivers in order to use the budget. And I have 14 overnights that if I don't use them by the end of August, I lose them.
I guess you can't use them on Bam.
I have to pay somebody to stay here overnight. But that means I got 14 days that I could be gone and somebody could be here. So I might get to Bedford.
Mine.
No, I got to talk her into
I
flying.
had to go. I had to go this way to get there, and it was 13 hours. You have more
I'm just
of
right
that,
up
so maybe it's not as far.
go to Ohio. I loved Ohio. That's the first time I've ever been to Ohio, and I loved it. And my friends at May's Lost Treasure, you know about them. They're in Ohio. They're in Urbana. And they're always saying, come back up here. And they're like, we've got a camper. You can stay in the camper. So if I get out of here, I might have somewhere to go.
You're going to Elkhorn. Are you Janine or uh, Wendy?
Smiley. Trying to remember Smiley's name.
Oh,
Shell.
Shelly. Because
Elkhorn.
Janine and Wendy are going.
What's in Elkhorn?
The
Is that
flea,
the
like the best flea market ever that Amy goes to.
Ooh, I want to go there. Your camper is 20 minutes away. That's another thing I want. It's a camper. 20 years ago. I've been looking at campers, but see, Gerald wants a motorhome you drive, and they cost a lot of money. I want to get one you just pull it. And that way it'd be cheaper.
Oh,
I gotta go to Germany first.
Smiley, do you live up there? Right, Karen? Just one
We
video of
get up
Amy is
there
like,
too.
okay.
Milwaukee. I have cousins in Milwaukee.
Well, I'm sure you'll be running into Enamor Amy there.
That girl, she does get around, don't she?
I'm glad she does. She probably a good 40% of the combined
Yeah,
stuff I've bought has been from her.
she gets some good stuff. She does. Okay, guys. Well, we always seem to end up right about 8:30. You know, I try not to run head on into flipping and sipping or sipping and flipping or you know those
Fat
mayor
birds.
fat bird funds. I try not to run headlong into them, but
Thank you
I
so much from the bottom of my heart, Lightning Bugs. Again, that was so sweet. Miss Rachel.
thank y'all. And I don't know where I'll be next week, but we're going to be selling jewelry because it's
That's
easy to
right.
pack. And I hope I'm going to be doing some shopping, and I might have some other things too. So we shall see. I don't know where I'll be, but we'll all be there together.
That's right.
Yeah, his job is good. Willie still
Well,
got
yeah, I don't know how I escaped it, but
well, his sister's kind of the boss, so that might help a little bit. But anyway, well, I'm thankful your job is okay, but I do feel like maybe it'll build back. Let's hope. I've always heard in healthcare you're never going to be out of a job unless you just want to be.
yeah, I can guarantee you that the young ladies that I've worked with, Probably within a week we'll have a job at another office.
Absolutely.
So,
And if they don't, they can. I don't know what the unemployment's like in Texas, but it's darn good down here in Georgia. And you can draw it for something like 30 weeks. It's a nice vacation.
heck yeah.
So sometimes you got to take what God offers you. So a little trip. A lot of people are in healthcare. Good way to be.
Yeah, because we're the sickest. We're the most obese. We're the sickest.
We spend the most money per person and have the worst. Yeah.
Because we are very, very unhealthy.
Well, it's the stuff we that is in our food. They're working on that. I'm hoping that's going to get better. So. All right, my friend. I love you and I love hanging out with you and all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming over and spending time with me and Willie. And we will be back next Friday.
That's right.
Wonder Jim. Hi, my friend. I haven't seen you in a while. Wonder Jim is on Whatnot, and he is one of the first people that friended Adam. He's a Power Ranger guy. And he is one of the first people that befriended Adam and has made such a difference in Adam's life. So there's some good folks out there, y'all.
Lots of
All right, guys. Thanks for spending the evening with us, and we'll see you.
Every one of y'all have a good, safe weekend.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you 1 week from tonight, this same time, same place.
Different place, same time.
Well, for me, same place.
You'll be right there. I'll be somewhere else. But anyway, see y'all
Okay.
again. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Wonder G.